cracking down on his decision to fire one of the government's leading labor economists who was confirmed on a bipartisan 86-8 Senate vote last year. Now, the president called this week's jobs report phony, even though a group of prominent statisticians say his remarks are baseless and damaging. CBS White House reporter Willie James Edmond is traveling with the president tonight in New Jersey and has more on that story. Willie James.
Good evening to you, Jerika. President Trump is defending his decision to fire a top official at the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
President Trump on Friday explaining why he fired Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner Erica McIntyre.
I believe the numbers were phony, just like they were before the election, and there were other times. So you know what I did? I fired her. Right. And you know what? I did the right thing.
Government data showed 73,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy last month, fewer than expected. The numbers for May and June were revised downward. Trump's move raising eyebrows on Capitol Hill.
Donald Trump has made clear he wants to politicize those statistics.
If the president is firing the statistician because he doesn't like the numbers, but they are accurate, then that's a problem.
Also this week, President Trump outlined new tariff rates for more than 60 nations, ranging from 10% up to 41%. The new rate starting August 7th. The list includes the European Union, which will face a 15% tariff, up from 10%.
A few different casualties.
Small business owner Leah Merle have already felt.
How much has this price risen based on tariffs?
I'd say right now around $1.50.
Some 90% of the products in her store are imported, many from the Mediterranean.
We definitely have had to raise prices. We've had to use a lot of creativity to figure out how to keep the same quality of goods in front of people.
With higher tariffs, Thea is working on creating more income streams for her business. Jerika?
Willie James, before you go, we know there's some new information coming in tonight about former special counsel Jack Smith. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. The U.S. Office of Special Counsel confirmed to CBS News that Jack Smith is under investigation for potentially violating a federal law that bars government employees from interfering in elections. Smith ran 2 prosecutions against President Trump. Jerika?
Willie James Edmond, thank you. Los Angeles officials are praising an appeals court ruling limiting immigration stops, but the decision may only escalate a battle over transparency and control. CBS's Elise Preston is in Los Angeles tonight with the latest information. Elise.
Good evening, Jerika. An appeals court has kept the order blocking the roving ICE patrols here in Southern California. A move LA Mayor Karen Bass says is a huge win for the city.
The court essentially affirmed the rule of law. This is a victory upholding the Constitution.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass reacting to Friday's decision by the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, upholding a temporary restraining order halting indiscriminate immigration stops and arrests.
There has been peace in the city. There has not been masked men riding recklessly up and down the street, snatching people. That has stopped.
What you're doing is kidnapping. Under the 4th Amendment, reasonable suspicion cannot be based solely on race or ethnicity, language spoken, location, or employment. The ruling applies to 7 Southern California counties. Today, the Department of Homeland Security criticized the decision, saying, quote, unelected judges are undermining the will of the American people. What makes someone a target of ICE is if they are illegally in the U.S., not their skin color, race, or ethnicity.
Why you covering your face, boy?
LA County is also drafting a law that would bar federal immigration agents and other law enforcement from concealing their identities with masks and other items. Supervisor Janice Hahn is spearheading the effort.
If you're going to come into LA County and interact with our public, they have a right to know who you are. We'll probably get sued over it, but I say see you in court.
About 250 National Guard troops are here in LA. There had been as many as 4,000 deployed here this summer. Now, the remaining 250 guardsmen will protect the personnel and federal buildings like this one, according to the Pentagon. Protesters here say 250 is far too many. They want the troops and ICE out of the city. Jerika?
Elise Preston in Los Angeles, thank you. At opposite ends of the country tonight, two massive manhunts are underway. CBS's Allie Bauman has been following the details and joins us with the latest. Allie, what have you learned?
Harika, 8 people are dead in 2 separate attacks. Both suspects are considered armed and dangerous. And in Montana, authorities are advising residents to stay in their homes on high alert. Montana authorities released this new surveillance image showing who they have identified as 45-year-old Army veteran Michael Brown, shirtless and shoeless, leaving the Owl Bar in Anaconda Friday. Police say he shot and killed 4 people inside the bar right next to his home.
I watched him come out of his house with a rifle in his hand. The fella that supposedly did the shooting has had mental issues for a long time.
Law enforcement found the truck they say he used to get away, but no sign of Brown.
Authorities are now focusing their search in the mountains near Stumptown Road, just west of Anaconda.
Nearly 2,000 miles away, police in Tennessee are searching for 28-year-old Austin Drummond, wanted in a quadruple homicide. The 4 victims related.
He is considered armed and dangerous.
Investigators found his car Friday, about an hour away from where the bodies were discovered Tuesday in Lake County. Authorities say Drummond had left the family's baby in a car seat outside of a home, flagging down people nearby to get the infant before disappearing.
That tells us that there's a possibility that Austin may have a sense that there is hope for him to be able to come in and have a conversation about what happened.
Authorities say that baby is safe and being cared for, and Eureka police believe Drummond, who was released from prison in September, had been in a relationship with a relative of the victims.
Allie Bauman, thank you. Tonight, disturbing new video shows a severely malnourished Israeli hostage being held in what appears to be an underground tunnel. Now, this comes as witnesses and workers say Israeli troops opened fire on hungry civilians at 2 Gaza food distribution sites. CBS's Deborah Patta reports from Tel Aviv.
Good evening. U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff met with the families of hostages in Tel Aviv today. He told them, "We have a plan to end the war and bring everyone home." Witkoff's words did little to ease the desperation of families and friends who've been waiting 666 days for their loved ones. A new Hamas propaganda video showed hostage Eviatar David looking so skeletal, his family said they fear he only has a few days left to live. Speaking after the Witkoff meeting.
We spoke about the deal that is going to be all or nothing. We told him that nothing is not open for us.
In Gaza, Israel has been accused by Human Rights Watch of war crimes by weaponizing starvation. And it says the Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has turned aid distribution points into bloodbaths. Israel denies both charges. I must face death just to get a bag of flour, but it is flour mixed with blood. Hundreds of people have been killed near GHF sites by Israeli fire, trying to get aid, say witnesses, health officials, and the UN. But Israel and the GHF have only fired warning, and the toll has been exaggerated. 12-year-old Yusuf Abdullah has failed countless times to get food for his family. Every week I see death here, but today I got flour, he said. Finally, I can ask my mom to make my favorite pastry. And in what has become a grim daily occurrence, Eureka,